What is up, guys? Yarsho Cycles, and today I'm going to talk about a bike that honestly just kind of fell into my lap. Um, it was a bike I traded for another bike, but I wasn't expecting to trade. The guy was looking for a BMX, and I told him, dude, I have this 24-inch BMX, which was sitting, and I was like, needs a little torque, but I'll get it up and running. So I got it up and going, and then he's like, hey, I need some work on my hardtail. I was like, cool. I worked on this hardtail before. He bought it off me, and he kept doing little increments. It was supposed to be a budget bike, a beater bike, but you all know budgets kind of take a mind on their own every now and then. I told him it wasn't a fair trade. I told him I didn't want to do it. But he was like, dude, I don't want to deal with the hardtail anymore, because we got into a snag where he wasn't happy with the rear derailleur. He's running an 8-speed rear derailleur with obviously an 8-speed group set, but it wasn't working properly. And I told him, dude, you bought 1-1-1-1, which was the shifter, the cassette, the derailleur, and the chain separate. I was like, if you would have communicated better with me, and I told him, we need to communicate better. It's like I would have told you just to buy a whole new group set instead of 1-1-1-1-1. Mind you, we did the 1-1-1-1-1 because it was supposed to be a budget, so just this, just that, just this. But you guys know how it goes. It just keeps escalating. Let me show you the bike. Let me show you what it is. First of all, it's an awesome bike. All right, it's a Specialized pitch, 27.5 inch. Now, when he got it from me, it did not have those forks. It did not have that cassette, the derailleur, the 1x chain ring. I don't even think it had the hydraulic brakes. Didn't have that. Didn't have the stem. Didn't have the crazy shark in the front. Didn't have the oil slick water bottle, and it didn't have that really, really nice seat. Remember, it's supposed to be a budget bike, but like I said, the budget kind of got away because he kept doing just upgrade. I honestly think he wants a full suspension mountain bike, and that's why he was never really happy with this. If you're watching, bro, get a full suspension. I really, really think that's what you want, and I feel like you'll just be a lot more happier with a full suspension. Anyways, let's do a quick walkthrough on it and see what the bike really has. So it does have a 1-piece crank. A 3-piece crank with a Holotech bottom bracket, ROC ride 1x, looks like a 30 tooth, really, really small chain ring. When he got it off me originally, it had like a 32. He wanted smaller for the climbs. I said no problem. We started with that. The chain, obviously he bought a new 8-speed chain. Then he wanted bigger gears in the back. So I think that's a 48 or 46 if I'm not mistaken, chain ring in the back. And then he didn't like the derailleur. He had a regular Dior 8-speed derailleur, and it had a lot of play when he would go off hills, so he would have a lot of chain slap. So we changed the derailleur to this Microshift Acolyte, and this is where everything went wrong. This derailleur I could not get to operate properly. I just couldn't. I don't know if it was me. I don't know what's going on, if you need a special shifter for this, but I could not get that to work properly. So I still have to deal with this. Has a Shimano hub, which you could probably right there, laced to a Mavic rear wheel with the Trail Boss 22.25. So that's a pretty big tire. That's a pretty big tire right there, man. 2.25. It's a nice looking tire. C-clamp, seat post. I believe he changed the seat to this F2 seat. It's a really nice seat. I think he got it on Amazon. Nothing special, but he had the seat I gave him was a little bit more budget friendly. He upgraded. He did put on the water bottle. I gave him a black one. He upgraded to the oil slick. I'm not mad at that. The handlebars and stem came from him. That was him. He had them. So I had regular, just I think they were giant bars and a giant stem, and he went with a Wake bar and stem combo. These are really, really wide, so I really like them. Here's a micro shift shifter, which once again, tried 3 different shifters, cannot get that derailleur to work. So I don't know if it was me, the derailleur, or what was going on. They do have Maraca oil, hydraulic brakes with Cannondale grips. Granted, they're not on all the way, just because we kind of stopped working on it. So obviously it's hydraulics, so we have to get them through the little holes. This is one thing I hate about running the cables inside. If you don't have the proper equipment, obviously I don't have the equipment to run the oils, so I just left them. We zip tied them. The shifter also, we just didn't want to deal with the running on the inside, so we just ran it on the outside, and he was happy with that particular part. And let's see, the forks, he did upgrade to Bucklows 29ers, and he says these are air forks. That's what I'm gonna take his word for it. I'm not gonna argue with them. I haven't used the bike, so I don't know how they are. I don't know how they run. Front wheel is a no-name hub laced to, it's like a DC 60 DTSC or something like that, with a WTB 2.3 in the front. So 2.25 in the back, 2.35 in the front. He did a really, really, besides the cables, like, this is a nice looking bike. I don't mind the cables because of what, like, it's a budget, it's a beater, it's a I don't care type of bike. So we'll see how it rides. I haven't ridden it yet. So here's my question: should I take off the hydraulic brakes and put on my red Specialized? Should I take off the Bucklows air forks and put on my Specialized? These are questions I need to ask myself. Should I save it in case he changes his mind and wants him back in a few months? I don't know. Guys. For right now, it's going back in the garage. Not going to touch it for a while until I'm 100% sure he doesn't want it back. Because he might want it back, and then I'll just charge him for the BMX, which is a lot cheaper than what he has into this. So, Yard Show Cycles, out.